Hello!
Hello.
Hello. CORSAIR DreamLeague Season 10, Day 2 of 7 group stages. Group B, lower bracket, round 1. Loser of the series will be the team to play in the lower bracket of the main event, if you will. Although it's all played here, so I guess it's the same event. Tricky. Anyway, the team that is in position to be that specific team at the moment is Rooons, because they just lost to the final tribe in the first game of the best of 3, and it looked a little bad. Let's not beat around the bush, Fogged. Looked bad.
It just looks like all the games that we've seen them play. They have a laning phase went okay. They pressured Terrorblade. Chessie gets a pretty early blink dagger. He starts getting the ball wrong, but the playmaking, it kind of slows down on the side of Rooons. They really need to have, like, especially in this type of game when you're playing versus Enigma and Terrorblade, you have to have like a fire lit under your ass, right? Yeah. You have to be able to make plays. You have to have a game plan to really get yourself to move forward. Like, they were farming. We saw the net worth was within 3K for the majority of this game, and then 1 or 2 big team fights. That's when TFT got online. They have a Terrorblade, they have an Enigma. They're ready to take these battles. Yeah. So yeah, Rooons, they really have to pick the pace up in these games.
I know you wanted to do well, Slacks.
I do. I want them to do well.
Yeah.
But do they want to do well?
They want to do well.
Of course they do. This is, Rooons might not have been playing like we want to, but they were up against a pretty decent draft, in my opinion, as well. Draft, yeah. So, maybe it's less about what they're doing, more about what the other team is doing right. As we saw in that game, the executions were great, the drafts were great, but you still need some more, boys. It's not an excuse.
I felt like there's a game plan. In the first 20 minutes, the same thing I've seen so far. We saw they put deep wards behind the tier 2s and stuff so they could watch the movements coming out from TFT. The smoke, one smoke comes out and then they lose all of their momentum. They have to be able to assert more map control and be able to take Roshans. When you're looking at a Drow strat, you have to get Rosh. You have to put pressure on. So just choke off the map, pretty much. Like we always call it, the suffocation Dota, so that this Terrorblade and this Enigma can't just farm. Because you look at late game, there's no way that they're going to be taken unless they have some crazy insurmountable gold lead or some type of Rax lead. Because inevitably, Enigma's going to be able to get a BKB. You're going to be able to get these black holes off. Or in this game in particular, we're talking about just Crimson Guard and Guardian Greaves versus this Drow lineup. He did exactly that.
But isn't that their fault, though? They drafted that Drow second. They knew.
Yeah, but
they knew.
They have it, so they have to make a game plan happen of it. They have to just be really fast-paced. You have to be setting the tempo with this.
Gotta be unpredictable.
They weren't after those first 20 minutes.
It was a tough one to decide which replay we're going to watch.
Yep.
But there really were only 2 fights. The main battle was already fought at that point, but please, Fogged and Slacks, talk us through positioning and possibilities.
Absolutely. So we're pushing in on this big Rax. Big move right here, Fogged.
Yep, and we already let's look at this, point out this gold lead right there already. So it's already up to a 16,000 gold lead, and there is no buyback on Lina. So Lina has already used buyback, Rubik has already used buyback, and let's see how this one plays out. They've already lost their melee Rex as well, and they've already lost the top Rex too, so they're pretty much just desperate to try to take a fight here, but they're at an incredible disadvantage into an Aegis Cheese.
Oh, look at that ultimate. He grabs 2 big old targets. Beautiful, Fogged.
Gets the meteor hammer off. There's a save.
That's nice.
For a second, but they're just dead because they get collapsed on. I mean, at this point, it's really just an incredible, just so many extra items on the side of TFT that they're able to take these fights much easier. There's the team fight. We mentioned Rooons, they have good ways inside of the playmaking inside the first laning phase, but their team fight, it's still pretty lackluster, and they just keep getting jumped by these blink daggers, getting caught on top of.
Chessie, as we talked about in the drafting phase, just being able to pierce that back line and not let them get free right clicks on them, and it's just, what do you do?
That's exactly right.
What do you do, buddy? There's nothing you can do. They're on top of you. They're collapsing. The building's collapsing, and you're getting crushed.
Didn't really have many lines to draw or anything there because it's literally just like a tiny blinking in, getting the jump on them, a tree blinking in, getting the jump on them. They just have better team fight, and they got to the point of the game where I think it's almost impossible for a Drow lineup to win. You have to have a huge advantage or end the game by that 35 first/second Roshan.
And the lanes were even though that's not what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, they did a decent job with their top, like their tri-lane, because they actually pressured the Terrorblade out, but he was still farming, right? And he just went to the jungle, did Terrorblade things, and they didn't punish it enough. They needed to be more adamant.
According to you, deserves the MVP award?
I'd probably give it to Chessie.
Oh yeah, that Tiny was all over the place.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he got good blink dagger timing.
Yeah.
His first blink reveal, he killed the Lina as well as the Bane, and he was the active one on the map, making space for his teammates. So I'd probably give it to Chessie for moves, and then the Enigma. I like the Enigma item build in particular. I don't know what score he ended like. What like 3, 2, and 7, but I like that he went for the Greaves, the Hood, or I'm sorry, not the Hood, the Dominator,
Yeah,
Guardian
Dominator.
Greaves, and Crimson Guard. So it's like perfect itemization versus Drow.
Well, unfortunately, Twitch chat has a say in who gets the Hacks MVP
And it's
for this
BSJ.
game.
Don't make it Chessie, please.
It's BSJ.
But it is Chessie on the
It
other
is Chessie
team.
on the other
So
one.
we just ignore the rest, you know.
just ignore 90%. Let's focus on the right guys
Yes.
at that 5%.
Yes, that's what's happening here.
Yep.
You know how you normally, when you have a star team, there's one player that you build around and you try to give that person the best game, and you build the whole squad to win based on that one person doing super well in the game?
Sometimes.
Who is the player on the side of Rooons that you feel like they should be building around? In drafts as well as in play, perhaps.
I think I mean, they're trying to do it with Brian, but I mean, this game he's a Drow, so carrying as a Drow is not really something we see too often. You're usually just an enabler for the rest of your course to get the ball rolling. But I think for me, it has to be Annihilate. I think like BSJ, he's doing a good job farming, but they need him to get they need him to get picked up more.
The question is, the answer to your question is never do that, Sheaves.
What?
Makes you predictable. Always trying to make one guy the focus. We saw that early in EG, you know?
It's
Everybody
your win
going
condition.
after Sumails.
Excuse
your
me.
win condition hero. Like if
They
they've
won
got some like
TI
Terrorblades, him.
with Sumail.
Yeah. Never do it.
Never win TI.
You don't want to do that.
No, I think.
OG won TI with Thompson.
Yeah. I think it really depends on like.
And Anna, they made a focus Anna.
Like, just saying like which hero, which player they should focus on. It's hard because like it really depends on what hero base. Because the other game, the game when they were playing Terrorblade last night, BSJ was the focus. He had an incredible amount of farm, but they didn't make active moves on the map. So enabling one player is great, but they have to be able to just be more playmaking. That's just the biggest thing for me. They have to make plays. They have to have a plan.
All right.
Early game pressure. Confidence. Well, we'll see if they can get a confident draft here, Sheaves.
Yes, we will.
Interesting bands. Oh, hello. We haven't seen you all day, little birdie.
Oh, he's been on the band side of things so far.
It is a little birdie too. It is smaller than the
wee
rest.
little
right?
birdie.
It's smaller than the rest
he
of the
is
heroes.
so big that they need to make him smaller to be able to
They
fit in the
they
same
should.
space.
I like it. It's like a little baby bird.
I got a cough. 1 second.
All right, go ahead. So finals try to start off with Phoenix. We have seen that so many times. Will they be able to follow up with the forbidden Phoenix Tree and Protector? Or will they go for something else? Maybe another grabber? You ain't gonna get that Enigma though. No grabber there, no axe there.
I mean, they might just take Phoenix Terrorblade.
Why not? Apparently nothing can be done about that TB.
I think Rune should take Mirana or Lina in the first two though.
Yes.
Versus Phoenix.
Yes!
Silencer. Silencer's
Finally.
also a great hero versus Phoenix in the grand scheme of the game.
Oh, I can do this one. Silencer good against Phoenix because, last word, if he, dives, he can't cancel the dive.
Yes,
He
sir.
comes right back.
And they take the Mirana.
There you go. He
I'm
also
glad they got that.
Get the global silence, make sure he can't egg.
Mm-hmm.
Also good. And if he's in a fight, you get that Q off. Pretty bad for Phoenix as well. Everything he does hurts him, and then it hurts him even more.
Fantastic.
What a counter pick there.
Yeah, Silencer's is good versus, very good versus big team fighter, oldies. And they instantly respond with PL.
Yikes.
Who he will itemize to deal with the global silence, and Mirana can deal with illusions if she's super ahead, but cannot deal with illusions once it gets to the later stages of the game. Like you get your Manta, your Heart. So what that tells me about Final Sharp is they don't mind taking this to the later stages.
Yep. After many failed pubs playing Silencer, I know the biggest weakness is to just run at him. Just fight him. And unfortunately, Phantom Lancer's great at that. He's going to be able to close that distance, get some early game big damage on him and Mirana. So I think they need somebody a little tanky.
Mirana, like I was mentioning, Mirana, you can't. If you get huge, you can deal with the PL if you're like way above them. But Mirana absolutely hates playing versus illusion-based heroes.
Absolutely.
pretty much anyone does. There's very limited, I mean, not everyone, but like a lot of the carry heroes, it's very hard to itemize to deal with illusions. People talk about it all the time. There's Radiance, there's Shivas, these are decent solutions, but as for actually just like clearing them, you need heroes that are just innately built in for that, like the Earthshaker, which I do like that ban a lot. We saw that at TI a lot when people would take the PL, either ban or, I mean, Shaker was getting banned quite a lot there, but it is like the best hero versus PL.
Would you consider Winter Wyvern? I know she's banned. Good against the illusion heroes?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's decent.
Yeah.
You have good ways to clear, and especially versus like PL. If you can ever find the real one, that's great. But it's good setup for. The thing about Wyvern is it's a hero that enables a lot of your other heroes. So it's like you can pick a lot of other follow-up, which is good versus the illusions.
Do you think they'll just remove illusions from the game?
Maybe.
Just in general.
Maybe.
Who likes this? Who likes playing against PLs and Terrorblades?
I don't think lately. Probably nobody.
Nobody. Just one. Give it one patch with no illusions. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
I like this pick. I like Centaur a lot versus PL. You just have to follow him around in the lane. Every time he walks up for last hits, the double edge like hoof stomp can be a bit easy to land and apply. And you're also natural Crimson Guard buyer, which is great versus those illusions.
Yeah.
I do like that pick quite a bit here. I'm liking what Rooons got going right now.
I mean, it's great. We saw a lot of Centaur kind of anti-Phoenix, too, just being able to get you out of those really unwinnable situations, you know, or close the distance so that you're able to hit that egg as well. Phantom Lancer. Oh, no, the forbidden combo.
That's how you counter the Centaur.
Oh, no.
You can't run away if you get rooted.
Treant Phoenix.
Oh, God. It's over.
Crazy amount of team fight already coming in now for Final Tribe.
All right, we've seen this be quite successful many times in the last week. Even I knew it was coming, so this is a real spooky draft. However, they do have Silencer, which just kind of break things up. You get rooted, no thank you. You get Sun, no thank you. Get me out of here.
What's their fourth position hero they want to run here? Like, we've seen Centaur Crystal Maiden a bunch of times, but with Silencer, it can be a little frowned on. They're actually just picking their other core. So Lina, that actually might be the support. That's probably Boris's hero. He's probably going to play the Lina here. Centaur Lina.
You don't need a setup if you don't feel like you're going to need a setup for Morana or Lina?
I think that they're going to put it on Boris because I think they want a BKB Manta hero for mid lane. They could, I guess, maybe be the Morana mid, but I think this will. I've seen Boris played for them in the past. It's good versus the Phoenix, and it gives you control for Lina, for PL. And like the dual combo in the laning phase, you can set up. Like they're going to naturally walk into the Centaur if they're trying to kill him. He might get a hoof stomp.
Oh, boy.
I guess it leaves him, it can be a little versatile too, like it could be the mid Lina, but I do think that's Boris's hero here.
So besides pressing the R button and being good against Phoenix, what's Silencer doing in this game? Anything?
It's good against just team fight in general, and it's just strong laner. I mean, a lot of teams are picking it, right? Like Vici and Secret and pretty much all the top teams, they still pick it in the first phase a lot of times.
All right.
You're just good. Like you give vision with your last word when you put it on people. It also it's annoying to play against in team fights because you're constantly taking ticks of damage. This is a strong hero. I hate playing versus Silencer. You just never want to cast anything because you're like, no, the curse.
Here comes Tiny again. We saw that to great effect last time. Again, another bad exploder. Pretty good.
This time, at least, Rooons, they have a frontliner, though. Like last game, they were all so squishy. This time, he just has no scare to blink in. So that is pretty nice.
Yep. Centaur might be able to put up a little bit of defense against that, but at the same time, if Tiny catches anybody right now and then, they're probably going to die. Maybe Morana lives.
And we saw him do great versus that Lina in mid, too. If this is a mid Lina. He was actually last hitting just fine. I think he came ahead out of the lane versus that Lina.
Yikes. That's never a good sign.
No, definitely not.
All right, I like the Brew ban there. Make a lot of problems for him. Because they kind of need these combos to go off without a hitch. And they already got Silencer to deal with, so makes sense to me.
Brew versus the illusions too, Dispel.
Oh.
Very strong.
Very.
I said berry. I said berry.
Because if you're having a stuffed nose, berry's drug. Okay, I can't do that properly, but you know, when you have a stuffed nose, you can't say the...
Oh, yeah. The eucalyptus treatment is working.
Yay. I wish I could say the same.
I can breathe.
Away from me.
Doesn't work.
Disease.
Don't make me laugh. Laughing is what makes me start coughing.
Oh. Well, you won't have to worry about that on a panel with me, my friend.
What? Slacks, you're funny.
Shut up.
You're not funny with me for some reason.
Shut up, fun.
You're always funny with everyone else.
You upset me.
I don't know. Maybe I'm too serious.
What? This is getting really sad. Why are you curled up in a ball?
I'm kind of chilly.
Oh, fuck.
actually
we love you.
Ball, you guys.
Stop, fuck.
Don't cry.
They banned Magnus.
Oh, betrayed. Banned out Magnus. All right, I can see that. Even more team fight would certainly be chaos for Team Rooons and Legion Commander.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Is that the support to get off the Marana hero?
That is totally not a support. That is
Okay,
Jonas. That is Jonas's hero. He loves this hero.
I love it. Where's that Legion going then?
That's offlane.
Off-lane Legion. Very well. Well, I like it. Just overall, a great pick. I mean, being able to single out those targets, being able to stop the Marana arrow for your allies, having that ability to really ball out of control with these squishy heroes.
Exactly. I don't need to say anything. You got this,
Sounds freaking great. Like that last pick. Question is, what does Rooons do against that? Do they get a saver? Yeah, I could still get that shadow.
They still could pick up the Bane and then go for Marana core, but then they're kind of maybe lacking on the damage later on. But the Bane would be great.
Yeah.
Could be an option.
You got the setup for the Lina, for the Marana.
I want them to have more team fight, but I'm not too sure what they should pick here. They're out of time.
Oh, it's a Chaos Knight.
Yeah, so
Dragon Knight.
it is the Lina support, as we kind of expected. The DK, so DK versus Tiny. So at least he has that like melee, the physical damage reduction in the laning phase. Should be able to farm just fine versus a Tiny. Actually, I mean, Tiny's gonna win that matchup, but he should be able to get some farm on the DK. And now they've got the setup. That's what you were asking for, right, Sheev? So now Lina actually has something she can follow up with.
I am just waiting for the day when the final tribe is playing on the grand stage, is doing super well, and all of their fans and everybody that wants to participate knows the cheer and all join in.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy would that be? That would be very
Flex,
impressive.
can you do it?
No, that would be bias. As a commenter, I must stay impartial.
All right, well, who are you favoring this match? Because Fogg's already pointing at the final tribe.
Yeah, there you go. I will say Rooons draft looking, you know what?
It definitely looks much better.
It looks much better. Screw it. I want it to happen. I don't think. Let's go, Rooons. Come on, baby. Give me one win. One win, baby. I'm with Rooons.
No gambling for me. I'm going for the final tribe.
Keeping that 100% safe, Sheev. Wait, are you still 100%?
No, I joined Slacks in one of the things.
I'm still 100, right? I think I'm still 100.
Yeah, I think you are. All right, you guys. It is time. Will there be a third game or will this be another 2-0? It is over to Kyle and Moxie.
Alrighty, well, again, we've got a lot of fans of the final tribe here. Did have Slacks begrudgingly agree that, you know, he wanted to go behind Rooons. What is your take on the situation here?
Well, I like that Rooons actually has the ability to be strong, you know?
Okay.
It's, that last draft really wasn't capable of doing any weight training, and now they've got some heavy lifters. You got the DK, you got the Centaur, highest strength gain in the game. They actually have the ability to take fights and get on top of the TFT heroes, who are very reliant on a PL for their damage output. This is a game I actually think Rooons can win, but they will have massive PL problems if the game goes late enough, and they've got BSJ, MVP of the last game, on that carry Marana.
All right, well, I'm guessing that we're going to see a very active team coming out from this particular draft. With Rooons' final tribe, though, like you said, they really don't have the greatest method of dealing with that Phantom Lancer. They've also got a Legion Commander. That's someone that we don't see a whole lot of nowadays.
Yep, that is the Jonas and Fon special. He is an unconventional offlane player, which, I mean, I haven't seen him play in quite some time, but even I know the heroes you got to think about for him are LC, Phoenix, Bat, Enigma, and Enigma's meta now, Phoenix as well to an extent, but he has just had this unconventional hero pool. I blame the Han blood in him. He just never wanted to fully adopt to the Dota 2.
Well, you know, we saw how good his Enigma was the last game, so looking forward to seeing this Legion for sure. Always a fun hero to play. And we've got that classic, too. We've got the Tree Ent Protector with the Phoenix.
Yep.
And that is very popular.
If Rooons is going to win this game. This Boris Lina has got to go off. He carried them in a lot of ways to this tournament with his Lina play. And it's one of the few heroes they're willing to give him that can actually farm and become a core at a point in the game. And I think it's incredibly important that he has a great game.
Well, if he does, it'll be a big treat to watch for sure. Very entertaining player, that one. But actually going to send Frost down here into the bottom lane. And they're going to put Era up here. Face off with Boris the Silencer.
Yep.
And already Jonas and Fan actually TPing over to the tower here.
Yep, this is the right move. You want to make sure you dodge the Centaur with PL. It was something Fall was talking about yesterday. We saw a CM Centaur lane just follow around Phantom Lancer, and Lina can do the same thing as a replacement for the CM. You just can't lane as PL. You take way too much damage, and you're zoned out completely. Down bottom against a Mirana, this is the dream.
Okay. Man, Boris is just eating up some of these fire spirits, right?
Oof.
Flame versus flame. Did get that sentry ward drop down though. Going to keep tabs over here on Henskin. He's going to walk right into it too. Plenty of harass. He does manage though to take down the other sentry. Nibbles it up.
And that's very unfortunate.
Very fast dewarding. What can you do sometimes?
Yep, Hanskin's definitely a tree player. He's got those fast fingers. Placed the sentry in one of the more annoying places to click it because it's so easy to eat the tree instead of the ward. And BSJ gets that creep, but he gives XP away to the tree end as well. Not ideal.
All right, so top lane, it's been pretty quiet. Do have, you know, Boris and, of course, Era trading some shots on and off here. Have those early flame spirits picked up to try to mess with them.
Yeah, I mean, the TFT lineup, it's definitely easier to see their win conditions because they're going to rely on their PL to deal most of their damage, and they have so much control thanks to the Phoenix, the tree, the LC. Team fights are real simple for them to execute, and at a certain point, they're going to have multiple BKBs plus the Manta on PL, and I look at the Rooons lineup and think, who deals damage through BKB?
That is indeed the question. I don't know. It's going to be very, very difficult, for sure. What is the timing, though, coming out here for Rooons? When is the moment that they should be striking and trying to make things happen?
While the iron is hot, of course.
That, you know, I should have set myself up for that. Like, I should have expected that would be the response. But he's so pleased with himself. I wish you guys could see him right now. He's just looking so smug over here. The cat that ate the canary.
Dude, I love idioms. What can I say? If you're Rooons, you need to get a blink up. Not a blink, but like I want to see a Shadow Blade on the DK and then like a hood into blink on the Centaur. And you've got to just take over the map and play very fast. The concern I have is that it's just these supports, they need to have games. I've seen Jubei Silencer a couple times, been relatively disappointed. And he's punished once again by something that is probably an unintentional side effect of picking the tree, which is when you're playing against fives that aren't that experienced, if you make them buy 15 to 20 extra sentries because you have an invis hero, it's just miserable.
Yes, as a position 5 player, I can say it is incredibly miserable, especially when you are very broke and you're trying to keep up in the game.
We saw last game he was a Bane with like 900 net worth.
Yeah, that feels bad.
Yeah, it's rough.
Annihilate sitting pretty low down here. Does have himself a salve, though. We'll pick that up. He's working on that soul ring. And how are we doing down here on BSJ? 12-0 right now on him.
Another MVP performance in the making. I can feel it.
Even Murano agrees with that.
Yeah. The issue is going to just be that you never really outlane a PL, and it's going to get harder for him as the PL gets more levels, more points in the charge to just continuously chase down BSJ, and the tree. Like, tree is just a better support than either of the Rooons heroes at the moment.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the Silencer, at least in this particular draft, because I think one of the times, it might have actually been the Team Rooons where they drafted, maybe it was the Silencer, but just there wasn't the lockdown, right? It's very important that if you're going to pick up a support like that, you have some other form of lockdown to help follow up, because otherwise they just run away, and you can't get that much done.
Yep.
So I do like this a little bit better with the draft here. I also just hate Silencer, but that's just me.
It fell out of favor for sure. It was something we saw Team Aster first picking last week, and they lost, and the other teams just didn't really have the same priority on the hero, and I think people just learned in some ways how to play against it. It's a relatively weak laner. It's taken some nerfs in the past, and really just these BKB Manta cores, at some point you just negate the usefulness of the global, and then you're kind of just a walking creep. Sentry, take it both.
Yeah, try to get a couple hits off over here on the Courier. Light Striker, right, can next over here onto the Phoenix, but they just follow up again with those Flame Spirits, and not too much that Boris can do about that. I guess it's allowing the Centaur to farm, right?
Indeed. I mean, TFT is winning every lane at the moment, and here comes Jesse. He's going to get the top or bottom bounty rune.
Good morning,
and try
Sunshine.
and make a rotation.
Bottom lane, though, we do get the first blood, and it's going to go to BSJ as he cuts down a tree.
There we go, off to a good start. Lane's very even, and it's going to be more of a real game. Oh, will they get this?
Can they get to Phoenix? Do we have an Icarus dive on that Phoenix just yet? Yes, we do. Should be able to swoop out. Do get a smoke with C picked up over on Silencer as well. I'm not sure if he's looking to make some plays. Not really the hero you think of going around ganking lanes.
I'd like to see Jaren use some mana. He has a couple mangoes still. You want to be spamming that stun off cooldown, just getting some harass. Like a Centaur into Lina stun takes half the HP pool of this LC.
I'm just going to keep trading farm here for the most part. It feels like mostly, right? It feels like Boris is the one that's doing most of the harass, just trying to make that space for the Centaur so he can, you know, try to get some stuff done. Because poor Monkeys yesterday had such an awful time. I think it was the Axe game in particular. Yeah. They just constantly dove him. There was just no way to really deal with it.
I was talking with him about that. We had actually a really cool reunion for an hour. So it was like me, Josh, 343, Monkeys. Just like all these guys that used to play for Complexity. Nice. He was saying, like, why are you letting your team pick your Axe into Necro, man? He's like, dude, it wasn't my idea, all right? I thought it was a support.
You're throwing him under the bus now, dude. Careful. Uh-oh. Boris in for some trouble. The Icarus dive comes through, and he will get melted. Little laugh from the Legion Commander there, too. Nice. Can you imitate any of the Dota 2 heroes?
No.
You can't at all? Really? After all these games I've played?
It's just, it's just never been a priority for me.
That doesn't have to be a priority. You can just try it. It's for fun. But anyways, we do have the Dragon Form used over here in the mid lane. Put some pressure on that tower.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this game develops. You see, Annihilate, I really like his DK. I haven't been impressed with him on any of these, like, for lack of a better term, more like skill shot heroes, like Lina and Volker and stuff, but he knows how to rotate. I'm glad he simplified the game for himself a little bit. And I look to see him try and make a move after pressuring this mid tower, maybe to connect to bot, just to force this PL out of the off lane. Because again, it's just this PL. This is the hero that dictates the pace of this game.
Right, well, they did actually have Boris make this rotation down here, so can put a little bit more pressure. Maybe get the kill over here onto Henska. Looking pretty good right now. They just need a little bit more damage, and they just don't have it just yet. But they can put some pressure onto the tower. This is a particularly important tower, but putting some pressure down is never a bad thing.
They're doing a great job, though, as well. On TFT, just pulling the creeps away, ensuring that they can farm safely behind the tower and try and negate the effectiveness of this catapult. I'm surprised. I don't really like Annihilate's build here. I feel like you always want that point and stun by level 7, but some people don't agree.
You want to see him just do like some more rotation with it as well?
It's just like it provides a threat, that's all. It's like if you're tiny in this game, you'll know how much damage you're taking and you see how much armor he has, so you know that he has no point stun. And that just you're just not afraid anymore because of that.
All right. So level 6 now over here on the Mirana. Tries to get picked up for PL. How are we doing right now? DK, top of the net worth, 3.7K. And PL again is 3.5. Looks like we might have a problem and just gets obliterated here. They do have duel too. I'm thinking that they were hoping that Jonathan Fan could find it. But they're going to go in. They're looking for this opening. They should have enough damage. There's the duel. We're going to get our first duel victory. Jonathan Fan gets himself a double kill.
Another great rotation from Chessie as well. I love the way he's moving on Tiny. You see mid-wave though, there is a DK popping ultimate. He'll take that tower. So the rotation is punished. But I think you'll take that. You get dual damage, you get a double kill, and all of a sudden now Centaur can't really go top because the LC is so fat. And this is the problem. This is one of the things about LC is that you have to snowball through the laning phase and become a threat to anyone that wants to challenge you, or you just aren't effective as a hero. And wow, he has a hood on Centaur already and still went down that fast.
Well, I still think, having Boris in that top lane providing the harass, it was kind of just trading back and forth, mostly with the Phoenix, but it did give a little bit more space for Monkeys to go and hit those creeps. And plus, if you're getting all those fire spirits put on your support Lina, then you're able to actually hit creeps with Centaur, right? So
it's true.
It's a nice payoff.
This PL is going to be an issue. Annihilate now, a lot of pressure. Top net worth in the game. I want to see him go a Shadow Blade. I will be very concerned. If he goes like some Drums Blink build, he won't be able to scale, and then I think he'll remove his team's ability to win the game.
Well, they're moving in hot, though, here. They really would love to get this kill over the hands. Can they even have the dust? The arrow comes in.
Goodness, they get the kill, but wow, guys, come on, folks.
They really wanted that kill, I guess. +2 int, though, picked up for the silencer, so that's going to feel pretty good for Jubei. We have infinite scaling in this game, Kyle.
That's true. That's true. I'm just concerned already watching Rooons. Like, they blow the Centaur ult there. There was no... I mean, Monkeys wasn't escaping from anything, so what was the... where is the communication here? I've never seen so many stuns overlapped in a 1 second period in my life. That's not true. I played enough games with that one.
Some nice shade there. Bit of sass coming out over here as well. Man, you guys are savage to each other. If it's not
Dude,
you, no, it's someone Fox.
Have you heard what Shiver's been saying? Like, you think we're bad? She's just sitting there, just throwing straight fire.
No. You do not talk any garbage about my Shiver. No, girl code. We back each other up. This is a duel coming out here, though. Look how slow that pony's hitting. Followed up with a nice arrow, though. They will have the rotation coming out. I Annihilate gonna go and jump in here with a little help from Boris, who does have his 6th. They'll get that Laguna and take down Hanskin. Bottom lane, Jubei, though. He's out. And not in the way he wants to be.
What do you think? I feel like if you kill Silencer, you should steal his intelligence.
I mean, I hate the hero, so I would be totally okay with that. Oh, boy, were we taking a nap here, Phoenix? They'd be able to follow up. And no stuns overlapping that time, Kyle.
Buys back, though. Jesse's in. He's hasty.
Yeah, he's looking. They do have that Shadow Amulet over here over onto Annihilate. He's going to hide out for just a little bit. Still coming forward here. They've got the Legion standing nearby. Tree coming through. They're going to go right back in. There's going to be the Centaur. He's going to try to get that double edge over onto the Phoenix. He's going to be able to take him down. Jonathan Fan now on the run. They get the leap. Can they get enough damage in time, though? It's looking like it's a yes.
He could have just kept running. No idea why he turned around there. He tries to get the move speed off the Q, but as you can see, that double edge from just in range finishes the kill. And Arab diebacks. That sucks so much for a Phoenix. You feel real bad just about now. And
for sure.
Really nice turnaround, because in the meantime, bottom lane, there was just a PL free farming. Boris is now going to be here to catch some of these creeps. But again, the PL is the problem for the Rooons lineup, and he is yet to be pressured in this game.
I am loving this Lena on Boris, too. He's like, what, 3? He's got 3 and, 3 kills, 2 deaths, 1 assist. Like, he's being very, very effective with this here. And this is a hero that he can do a little bit more with, like you said. Does a bit more heavy lifting. Still has to be careful. Tiny did just pick up that Blink Dagger, which means that he is just a snack if he's not careful with where he is in his positioning. But
and that's the thing. Like, we saw at ESL Hamburg, there was a lot of these bruising supports, a lot of strength heroes playing the 4 and even the 5, whereas Rooons, they prefer this 2 squishy int heroes every game. This is just their support duo. And yeah, here's the issue with that.
You can hear the music, right? Dun, 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 dun. I guess I don't know exactly where the rest of the team is, so Jesse playing it cool right now, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't make that move. That was an immediate one-shot kill.
Yeah,
there is a raindrop, though, so maybe he's doing the math. And like, I don't know if I can get it.
I don't know. He's still nice and slow. They see him. Boris lands the avalanche, turns around, Light Strike Array comes through. They get the toss. They just don't have quite enough damage, but with the Phoenix there and a tree toss, they will secure it. I think maybe they were wanting to get the Legion some more dual damage, possibly, and that's why they were kind of taking their time.
It's possible. I'm just... you shouldn't be able to target the tree throw, okay? It should be a skill shot, all right? I don't know why that can follow someone. This isn't...
They're heat-seeking trees, clearly.
Yeah. What was the movie? There's some movie, Wanted, where like they teach the guy how to curve the bullet. Yeah, that doesn't work. Physics don't function like that.
Of course it doesn't work. It's based off of a comic book.
True, but the tree ant is based off... The tree throw is based off of code that can easily be changed. That's my argument.
Okay.
Anyway. Blink Tiny, they're going to have a blink on LC soon, then all of a sudden the threat level is just going to increase exponentially. Still no Shadow Blade. They pop the Run Invis, though.
Yeah, they're pincering. They're moving in there. There's the leap forward. They'll get the stomp. Double edge. Light Strike Array comes through with the Laguna. Just going to totally erase a beautiful overgrowth, though, with this. Can they get it down in time? They need one more hit. We'll be able to find it, but they will lose Boris in the process. Now Monkey's running away. Tries to get that stomp off. Not going to be able to. And this is Frost coming in here with a double kill.
They're just committing so many spells for that initial kill on a hero like LC that isn't really necessary for TFT to win a team fight. He's just a bit of a support utility. Maybe he'll pick up a duel. But when you blow every stun in your arsenal, the Blink reveal and the Laguna, where's the team fight? And yeah, they managed to kill the egg, but that was real close, and they still lose 3.
Lose 3, they get the blink now picked up on the Legion. They do have, you know, all the big spells are on cooldown now. Yeah,
they overlapped as well, the DK and the Centaur stun again, and I'm surprised. Like, the only reason this egg dies is because Monkeys didn't get clipped by that root because he was invisible. The sentry wasn't down, so he had stunned, double-edged, and chilled, and that allowed them to get the egg kill. Otherwise, they're just losing everyone. It
was still very close, too, because the Flame Spirits actually landed on him. You saw how slowly he was going for that hit. That could have gone even more disastrous.
And I criticize the TFT draft a little bit because they do have a certain lack of scaling potential, but the thing is they have PL in a game where it's a nice PL game. So realistically, that's a hyper carry. You have no concerns about taking this game into the late game. And if you're Rooons, again, you need to continue applying pressure. You've got that Shadow Blade on DK, you've got the Centaur Blink. You want to take towers and look to pincer, find some pickoffs, but still, this Phoenix Street team fight, always scary.
It's on cooldown right now, though, so they could try to make some movements. They have no idea that Hanskin's over here, though. It does a lot of scouting. In fact, they go break some trees. Want to keep up those fiery souls, but also, you know, just in case. You never know when a rogue tree might appear. They've got those ultimates back up again. That's pretty scary right now, Kyle.
Indeed.
Do have the global silence. So if they're fast enough fingers over on Jubei, maybe they can avoid the combination. But look at this positioning. Yeah, look at that. The jump forward coming out from Chessie. It's going to be the egg coming out. Silence does get thrown, but they don't have that overgrowth just yet. They'll take down the egg. Hanskin now going to have to run back here. Doesn't feel super comfortable without his bird friend. And they'll actually jump forward. They found themselves a new target. It's the Legion Commander. Again, Light Strike Array comes through. Laguna, couple more things here. Should be able to take down Yosefan, but they're not going to be able to do it. They have a nice overgrowth. They've got Dust as well. They're going to turn around. They're going to chase after this poor Centaur, who is Monkeys trying so hard to get himself out. They do have the duel, but they need to get him really, really low if they want to go for it. In fact, they back off a little. Legion, she's thinking about it. She wants to go, and there she is. She's got the duel. She's going to slay herself a pony.
And you can already see, look at Frost, man. There's no way to deal with this hero, and he is causing chaos in the back lines of Rooons.
Absolutely. It's like you said. It's like you said, you know, eventually this PL, just, they have no solution.
Yeah, and it's because their entire comp is full of static damage output. You can see they're all inning for this Legion Commander. He gets tree armored. There's a root. He survives. And that's going to happen consistently throughout this game because none of the Rooons heroes are going to scale with the amount of damage they deal. They need to be able to just hit spells, find kills, get the next one, but that's just not going to be able to happen when you consider how tanky this lineup with TFT is. And I, again, love the combination. You got to have cores that rely on tank ability to survive, matched with cores that can be elusive and mobile. And PL, he's kind of both, and then the Tiny and LC, you just tank the damage. You make it easy for Frost to play his game.
You just got really nice setup, too, as well, with the overgrowth and the egg. It just gives you a lot of distraction, gives you a lot of good AoE, and they're kind of lacking that coming out from the side of Rooons, right? That becomes an issue here. Monkey's still in high spirits, though, going to use that taunt. I like it. Hanskin is, you know, creeping on him over here a little bit. What do they need to do, though? Because these fights they're not going well. Frost is just, you know, getting stronger and stronger. 9.3k right on the sky. What do they do here?
Does my idea have to work?
No, just theory craft with me. If this is your pub, you're playing this pub, and you're trying to figure out how do I rally my troops to victory because we are having one heck of a time. Well, that is definitely not the way to do that. Yeah, they use the... he has a Stampede. They still take him down, and they lose Boris, too. Was that a duel? Did they get duel damage off of that? 40 duel damage at, what is that, 18 up there?
Yep. And this is the issue, again, with the support combo. Like, you don't have either hero that can really do things once you hit the mid-game. You're just, you're paper. And maybe you can make some origami out of that, but that's not enough to win games of Dota.
I don't even think you want to make origami out of that. If you've got paper, you don't want to fold that up.
True. You get into the river, it gets all wet.
Yeah, right?
Apart.
And then it ruins. Just ruined. Soggy paper. We don't want soggy paper. They have a sentry. Yeah, he knows immediately. The creeps reveal themselves.
And not to mention, the PL, I love the item build, Diffusal into Hood. Because where's the physical damage from Rooons? It doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
And all Frost has to do is stay alive. And just all these heroes on Rooons, if they lose their mana, they don't do anything. And another sentry place.
They knew that was there, though, I'm pretty sure. There's a jump forward again coming out from Monkeys. Look for the arrow. They're already going to lose Jubei, like, almost immediately. They do pop the Dragon Form. They've got some dust. They'll turn back around. They'll be able to go and take out Hanskin now. The rest of the team, though, still alive and healthy. They're definitely a threat. Legion, she's looking for that duel. She's got the Blade Mail now. Not sure if it's going to be quite enough to take down this DK. We'll hold him into place, though. And they'll turn back around. They'll lose Monkeys forever over on the top there. Annihilate still trying to run himself back, but this Phoenix Ixor's dive is going to be a triple kill for Frost as the rest of the team is forced to retreat now. Boris does not want anything to do with this. They're going to get themselves a tier 1 here and plenty of kills.
Indeed, and they have enough damages again to kill 1 hero. And it's just not going to be enough. You can see, this is going to replay all the way back to this later fight. You can look and see the tree armor, the self-heal, and the Legion Commander.
It's bonkers.
Just no damage whatsoever being dealt.
Literally no damage.
Lots of cool colors, though.
Yeah,
it
right?
feels like I'm playing World of Warcraft all again.
It's beautiful.
And you can see, again, just not enough damage to kill the LC. We can run this back one more time. You can see half health, not enough damage. We can see again, going through it, the Laguna Blade, as it impacts, you think it'll do enough damage. But what did it do, Moxie? That's right, not enough.
Not enough. But at what cost, as our friends would say.
Was that production laughing in the background? I think it was.
Possibly.
I'm going to pretend it was, because I like to think of myself as funny, not just funny looking.
It almost looked like it hit an illusion, too, with that Laguna.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very close there.
Yeah, and this is a point. There you go. You affirm that you have a PL problem. This is what I felt like during physics, okay? It was similar, where you post a problem on the board and you just have no idea how to solve it, all right? And this is before you even get complicated and have to start accounting for air resistance. I don't know how to win this game if I'm Rooons, other than finding a time machine, going back to my draft, and picking something that doesn't just die.
What would you like to see in place if you got the chance to rewrite this draft?
Look, I know, if there's one thing I know, it's my boy BSJ.
Okay.
BSJ, he's not a Mirana player. He's not a Drow player. This guy likes to get down and dirty. Give him a Slark. Give him a Juggernaut. Even though these heroes are terrible in the meta, my boy BSJ is capable of playing. Oh no, backline.
That is some forward. There's a jump forward, though, coming out from Monkeys to follow up with the arrow. There'll be no Phoenix Egg this time around. They'll turn their attention to Tiny. I'm not sure that is the right target, though. That overgrowth over here coming out from the tree. And Jesse trying to run himself out. But again, he's a Tiny. He's so strong. Now it looks like BSJ on the run. He's going to get dueled, though, and held into place. Nice light strike array coming out, though, from Boris. Can he save him? They'll be able to go, take him down, get some int, and be able to save the Mirana. But it looks like it's not going to be enough to save Boris. He will also get taken down. Annihilate. There's just too much stuff being thrown at him. Jesse gets himself a double kill, and now BSJ, he says, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'm out. See you later. I've got some nice dual damage, and I'm good with that.
Yeah. And you can see, great fight, really, from Rooons. They get that initial pick off on the Phoenix, which is the target they have to take down. They find more, but they just can't deal with the PL. And as long as TFT continues to throw their bodies at the enemies to protect Frost, he's always going to be able to clean up a fight. And this is before he's even reached like that 3rd, 4th item timing. Just wait till he finishes the Manta, which he just did. As soon as he has Heart, how do you look at that? How do you kill him?
I don't know, because Monkeys is looking at him like, wow, I'd really love to do something right now, but I'm going to need at least +2, honestly. You know, like, how do you do it? Like, just casual dust. Actually, the tree's over there.
The dust into the smoke, into the chase.
Oh, there's a Phoenix here. Do we go after the Phoenix
The
instead?
double stun?
Monkeys,
Maybe? Oh, no, they
Monkeys
just made it.
looking. No. Not this time.
Well, down bottom again, TFT doing a good job, continuing to split push. They got this nice ward coverage up as well, just to secure this bottom area of the map. They got 2 in the enemy bottom Radiant jungle. Next move for them is most likely going to be a Roche, but I don't think you're in a hurry. You could just wait for the PL Heart, in all honesty, because once again, your BKBs are just going to ensure that nobody goes down. And it's so easy for them to find kills. Up.
Well, they found themselves a kill over here on Boris, but they're not going to be able to finish it off. They will be able to keep him alive for just a little bit longer. So no dual damage, but they do manage to slay the Lena.
Silence back up.
All right. SPL is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
And they're just playing a nice methodical game on TFT. They push out the mid wave. They know they had Treant in the top lane, shoving that in. So they're in a position where all the lanes are pushing at least enough to secure this area of the map, they get a tower, and they know that all Rooons is really capable of doing is recovering, right? They're pushing those waves that were coming into their towers back out, and Hanskin, once again, just such a force around the map. Oh.
Had a little bit of a bouncy camera there. Everybody's going to run away, though, Jive. Doesn't want anything to do with this. It doesn't matter. You're going to be forced to duel anyways. So we got 58 duel damage now on our Legion Commander. That is one buff-looking lady. Try to make some moves over here on Annihilate. They have the dust. PL just chipping away. He's trying to just frantically move out, but there's nothing he can do. No mana and no health now. Era gets that kill. Nothing like the slow death where you know that you cannot escape. It's just happening. It's like the stuff Nightmare's made out of, right?
It reminds me of a nature documentary I watched on the Venus flytrap. It's fantastic. Carnivorous plants are some of the coolest things ever. And
Oh boy.
BSJ. Just like LeBron on the Cavs, BSJ can't do it all.
Oh no, monkeys, they know you're there. Does manage to blink himself forward. They're still hot on the case though. Yeah, there it is, a toss back right to that. Legion Commander does manage to go and get that stun though. He's not gonna be able to run for much longer. More dual damage coming up right now for the Legion Commander.
Yeah, and
Oh, Boris. What are the odds they are standing right next to each other in the forest?
Boris in the forest.
Boris in the forest. I'd watch that show.
Same.
Yeah. Make it happen. Someone who does content, make that
I already
happen.
have the pilot in my head. Boris, a lumberjack. After the death of his aunt, he goes and tries to save her farm
Okay.
in the forests of Siberia. And along the way, he faces many challenges, but will never forget the friends he's made.
Oh, that sounds quite heartwarming and wholesome.
Right?
Yeah. I don't think anyone would watch that. It's too heartwarming and wholesome. Need to get something beyond like TLC or Bravo,
No.
dude.
You just mix it with a little bit of Stranger Things, like, oh, what's in the
okay.
forest? Like, there's some dark presence here.
Right,
what
we go
could it
Netflix
be?
style.
And then, you know, you end the first season with a bit of a cliffhanger, maybe a shot of a shadow
Don't spoil it. No,
okay,
don't spoil it. Because
right.
people got to watch this. They do get the rush on, though. Here, it looks like Frost going to be able to grab that Aegis. They find themselves Jesse, but he's just such a very tanky rock. Do manage to finally take him down. That is actually a godlike 9 times still taken down. Nice egg coming through there. There's the overgrowth. This is the dream coming out for the final tribe right now. They get the egg off. They're going to be able to get some more dual damage. They take down Boris, and they're still on the hunt. That Sunray burn and Annihilate down. They'll take him out. Do they have a stun to take out? No, he's going to be able to go right back home there. Monkeys will survive another day. There was a buyback that came out from Boris almost instantly. And, of course, now BSJ, you are in no man's land. You better get out of there, Cupcake. There's the leap. Oh, look at them. They're hot on the trail. They want this, but...
Nice play
will
by
they get
Frost.
it? Yeah, look at this look. Oh, Phantom Rush. BSJ, my boy.
Got him.
Godlike.
And great play. I mean, Frost and Chessie really just taking over this game. They both, I felt, were unanswered. Chiny, especially with the start that he had, is going to just be able to freely hunt all map. And 2 games in a row, the Chessie Tiny, making this professional Dota 2 game look like one of those EU pubs that had a bunch of Divine players sneak in.
Youch. Scathing. Did get the synchronized BKBs getting picked up here, too, over on the side of the final tribe. I like it. They're thinking about that.
Toss back.
Way to win. All right, there's going to be the Stampede coming through. They've got that blade on the beacon. Juve. Oh, no.
And Hart now finished on the PL. I don't believe it's possible to kill this hero because, once again, all of Rooons' damage is static. Those numbers can't increase exponentially.
Oh, the toss back, Boris. Not like this. Follow up with a nice stomp, but Monkeys, that's all you can basically do. And there's going to be the follow-up there with that overgrowth. They jump for it. Chessie is just running them over right now, tossing them into the air, and just with a little help from his friends, just absolutely slicing them into pieces. The GG gets called. That's a triple kill for Chessie. And that's going to be it for our friends here over on Rooons right now.
TFT looks like they have a pretty good grasp on how to play their game. I still think that their hero selection, their strategies that they favor might be a bit weaker in terms of the meta. You know, this LC team's pulling off, but as long as they can continue to perform like they are, execute their game plans, I think they have a great shot at just, moving on in this tournament.
Yeah, you know, it was interesting because the other day I was kind of surprised with the way that they played because, you know, was just in Vegas, right? And I watched them play, and they were looking really very strong for a while. But today it feels like, you know, they found their groove back, they're getting comfortable, and they're just able to execute their draft very, very nicely. I did love something dual damage in a 28-minute game?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty dirty.
Yeah, I mean, that hero works in a game like that. You saw him get off to a good start in the lanes, but I mean, really, they won all of their lanes. And it's so easy to win a game when you start with that big advantage because none of your cores are behind. Nobody has to self-sacrifice for the squad to ensure that like they can get a support active or find a way to like influence the laning phase. They took the right towers, and really, like, you look at the Rooons lineup, Mirana, DK, Centaur, none of these heroes, like the way they scale with their damage is like this.
Yeah.
And you use the round of spells, and then it's like, now what? Against the Phoenix Tree, something we saw Na'Vi, only like the main cast event online a few weeks ago. They were just first to Phoenix Tree.
Yeah.
And they're getting this tree on third pick, like, again. Hanska knows what he's doing. He's got great sentry control. The wards around the map are now excellent. I mean, you gotta do better.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know, that's a combo that you just really cannot allow to be on the board, especially when you have someone who's a really good tree player like Hanskin.
Yep, exactly. Well, we've said pretty much all there is to say. We're gonna throw it back to the panel to get their views on the game. I'm sure Slacks is gonna have a lot to break down. Thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna throw it to you.
All right, Slacks is going to have a lot to say about that match, according to Cal. Slacks, take it away.
Rooons, why? I love you guys, but it wasn't your game. But it's not over yet, okay?
It's not.
This is the beginning of the Phoenix Rising story of Team Rooons.
All right.
When they look at their replays tonight, when they get it together, when their drafting gets a little bit more
They got a whole day tomorrow as well.
A whole day. The Phoenix run of Team Rooons is coming.
I mean, they definitely did. They definitely made more moves in this game, right?
Yep.
They were actually looking and being a bit more active. The mid lane went well. I was talking with Limp also back there, and he was like, I thought the Tiny was actually going to do, you should beat the DK usually, but I Annihilate won that lane, which was great. He took his tower too, so mid matchup was great. But I think the one thing for me with Rooons is they should have switched lanes. You pick the Centaur, so you lane versus the PL, but they didn't ever switch. The Centaur was just versus Legion the whole time.
Sure. And
the PL is free farming versus a Mirana bottom. And the PL is the big thing you have to address in this game, because like Kyle was mentioning, they don't have anything to actually deal with him if it gets to a later stages, unless their DK gets huge, unless the Mirana gets massive, and that wasn't the case. So more team fight on the side of Final Tribe, and they had a PL that got very farmed.
Yep. Rooons aside, though, Final Tribe, man, they're looking good.
Yeah, they did. They look great.
Yeah,
they prioritize. Better. They know what they need to do in the games. When they know they're like, we can farm, they'll farm. When they can look to make plays, they'll look to hunt and make fights happen.
Yep, and that was one of the biggest weaknesses that we saw yesterday. I mean, they kind of started to get ahead and then started to get a little confused. These guys had a mission today. They knew their ideas. They executed. Liked it a lot.
And there was I mean, I know Kyle didn't point it out in that replay that they showed like 4 or 5 times, but they did Laguna a PL illusion in that one situation instead of killing the Legion. So that could have been a little bit of, I mean, it wasn't like the game changes immediately because of that, but missing those type of kills definitely sets you back quite a bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, promising. I like it. They had a plan.
They had a plan at least this time. I saw more things happening on the map, but they
did get Phoenix 3 though.
They did get Phoenix 3.
Like, I feel like they got lucky with that.
Lucky? Luck had nothing to do with it,
normally one of the two is banned out. Yeah, this is lucky. Sort of. Well,
not luck, girl. Simply
they played it well.
They did.
Absolutely.
Slacks, I have just been told you have to clean up your shit.
No, I'll clean it up. You know what? It's fine. I got this for you. Oh, I lost. Oh, that's not even attached to anything. Here,
he unplugged.
No, that's just an extra plug. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Pick it up.
All right,
I'll get it again, you know?
Let's get our guests in, because we can only come in when it says clean here. Thomas Playman. Hey, it's Sarah.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
What up?
Hello, sir.
Oh, take a seat.
Take a seat.
Take a seat.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
Era, what's it like playing position 5?
It's actually quite amazing.
Yeah?
Now I don't have to hit creeps, but I can yell at everybody. I just tell everybody what to do. I don't have to be in that position to get yelled at myself, So now I just run the show. Feels nice.
The best of both worlds.
For sure.
You ran the show pretty well today. What was it like telling your team what to do? What were the hardest calls of the last series?
Hardest calls? Well, I'm trying to recall if there was any hard calls at all.
Okay.
Well, not to be like that, but I mean, we felt very confident in both games. We knew that we had both the late game advantage as well as the team fight in both games. So whenever they just ran at us, we just, all right, they're going to set up our tier 2 top. We're going to be prepared. We're going to take the fight. And yeah, it was pretty much like that both games.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. What's your pre-game ritual helping you with? Because we've seen it a couple times, obviously, now. And it is, like, we are enjoying it a lot. But what's it mean to you guys?
It's a lot about just, you know, like having the discipline for each game. Each game is a new fight, so we take every single fight as if it is, you know, our life in the tournament. So the ritual helps us with gaining the calm in for the game, so to not take it too easily and just stay relaxed.
I like it. Yeah, I like it too. Any questions for Fogd?
Let's see.
Fogd's all about the Dota questions.
No, I mean, I'm thinking, because, I mean, Ara's my buddy, known him for ages, we played together and stuff too, so.
Stake gaming.
May I ask you, what is the worst Fog's ever played that you can remember?
Visage.
Visage?
Visage for sure.
There was no hesitation.
I mean, not necessarily your Visage that bad, but there were some super rough Visage games.
Yeah, we had definitely
we had a couple rough games. Yeah.
Well, I mean, all of our games were pretty rough, so that'll definitely cost us.
Oh,
How's the environment with the guys? I mean, you guys seem very friendly, of course, and I hear you guys communicating great during the games. You're very loud and vocal.
Well, I mean, we're all friends, like in real life and everything. We got our nice office/bootcamp set up in Malmö. We all live there, so we go to work every single day as if, you know. So we take it very seriously, and you know, it's a great group of guys. Can't say anything else about them. I mean, we have fun.
Good.
great to hear.
Yes. We also have we have the drawing board, and we have a replay ready for you guys. And we were wondering if we could get your input while Slacks and Fogd talk us and draw us through it all.
Yeah, sure.
Right, which one is this one?
Should I stand up here?
I believe.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see otherwise, you know?
This is
There's
the
some
push,
good picks
sir.
on here.
The grand push down the mid. Look at that. Your boy is just going in great toss backwards. Get that Centaur out of position, and then boom. Shall we pause right here?
This looks like a pretty easy fight that you guys are taking right here.
So
pretty nice fight, Chess. He's setting you guys up for it.
Yeah. I mean, we had the Aegis advantage here, so we would just ran in some illusions from PL to get some information. Chessie, having the cheese, wanted to just throw anyone back that he saw, gaining us an advantage in the fight, putting them out of position. So it was pretty simple. Like at least for me, standing in the back, you know, I don't really have to do much here. I just put my Sunray on PL. Yeah, exactly. I'm hanging out there. You know, if Simon sees Hanskin, if he sees like a good route opportunity, then my egg comes. But I mean, I just chill in the back.
Absolutely. Yeah, as you saw, like going in there and then tossing back, it's just you guys get to focus so much on this area while they're already distracted. Here you go. You're getting that tower, not too much of them. Boom!
Round two.
Again.
Yep.
Round two, in the back lines, dragging them, and then...
Yeah, Frost didn't even want to kill him there. It was like, this tower is mine, you know, he didn't even want us left.
Yeah.
But it was basically the same again, you know, like we have the Aegis. If they ever step up too much out of position, there's a throwback by Tiny. They will have to go into us, and that's what we want. We got Phoenix and Treant, so... And then he just stood there.
Yeah.
He knew it.
I liked how...
twice.
I liked how Jonas played in these fights too. Like sometimes he'd jump in and just get the duel up, but a lot of times he'd like sit pretty far away from Frost to make sure, okay, Centaur jumps, I just dispel the stun right away, and then this PL just crushes the fight. My other question, I guess, would be, who does all the? Do you like do all the drafting, or do you guys like talk a lot between each other, or?
So we got a formula there where I do, like, I mean, I communicate all of my preparation to each and every one of the team, but I am in 100% of charge of the first 2 picks. So when I've done the first 2 picks, the others get to join in more about the bans and the second phase, because that's where, like, I want all of their knowledge coming in, because it's easier for me to paint up a draft that I know will be good if I open the first 2 heroes myself, so I have an idea. So that's how we do it.
Oh, I like that. Cool.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting, actually. Really cool. We also have Twitch chat do vote every game for the MVP. Who do you think Twitch chat, now that you know who is going to be doing the voting, who would they have chosen for our Hacks MVP?
I think Chessie.
You think Chessie? All right.
Yeah, I would say Chessie.
It's gonna be BSJ.
Don't worry about it.
It's gonna be BSJ.
It won't be BSJ.
Oh yeah, the losers gets MVP as well. I forgot.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I mean, he did some work that game.
Yeah.
For sure, clearly.
Clearly. Well, thank you so much, Era, for taking the time to talk to us. Thomas is going to play you out, but he would like to have some input about what he's going to play.
Give me some jazzy jam now that I walk out.
Jazzy jam.
So I'm gonna just...
All right.
Sarah.
You can take the microphone with you.
Yeah.
Great
Yep.
seeing ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Era. And that, of course, is Era from the Final Tribe, who you will see again tomorrow. Because they will play in the last match, the decider match of Group B.
I love that answer that we got, honestly. I loved like the way you gave us a straight up answer about the drafting. Like you don't hear most people being like, I make the 100% decision on these two heroes, but that's very
normally it's like input on all or non-input and none of them.
Or
it's like, well, the
coach or
first two are
something,
mine, and then people can start talking.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
I liked that a lot,
That's nice.
actually. It makes a lot of sense.
And it shows that really they do think through these drafts, right? I mean, those 2 picks being that essential by somebody that has to play typically your support role and stuff like that. Super cool.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah, indeed. Rooons is also going to be the team that is playing in the lower bracket, so...
God, I was
I feel like Fog should
Fog.
get a point for that.
that was faster than Kyle, right?
Fog.
That was
You were
definitely faster than
almost
Kyle.
faster than Kyle.
Real quick.
I was so prepared for that,
What's he
actually.
carrying? Oh, God.
Oh, shit. This is embarrassment gonna
Sad
happen.
Panda.
Don't make me guess what paintings are.
No.
Uh-oh.
No, buddy.
I haven't done I haven't been here yet for this.
You haven't
You
seen
have
Sad
not.
Panda?
That's why you
haven't
get a
done it,
point for pressing the button.
Sad Panda just seeing Fog cheer you up a little bit, buddy.
Hi.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Do you want a hug from patient zero?
Stay away from him. Sad Panda has enough problems. He doesn't need the horrible disease you have. What do we got there, Sad Panda? Some beautiful things?
God, I don't know anything about art. This
I
is
don't know
gonna be a
anything about art
disaster.
Luckily, Shiver went up.
Well,
My
that was
mom
good.
would
Good
be
at
very
that.
disappointed, but it's something with potato
Do you need
farmers
help?
or something.
I can give you a hand if you need it.
Oh, look! You're making Sad Panda
So you want to hug
better.
then too?
Oh, Sad Panda.
Yay! We're getting somewhere.
Oh my gosh, the lore.
Here you go, buddy.
This is really great.
Very nice.
Good job, guys.
I'll get it for you. Don't worry.
Oh, look. Oh.
Apparently, I'm the key.
That's really great.
How do I put these up too? Do I put it behind it? Just you're gonna hold on to them? Oh, there's more than one clip. I didn't see those as well. Thank you, Panda.
Yeah, look, he's clapping. I've not seen Sad Panda so happy.
You know what I'm noticing here?
What's that?
I feel like 2 of these artworks are from Dutch artists.
Are that you? The fact that you know that makes me very concerned already.
Well, the middle one, obviously, you know.
I do not know the middle one, obviously.
If you have been looking at
joking.
Reddit, you know that that is a painting that loads of people
Well, that's the only
copy
one I know. So
for their
I
art.
recognize that one, but I don't know.
I
who did it,
recognize all
so.
of them.
Oh, my, if I'm gonna have to
dear.
sketch too, Jesus. I'm not. Oh God.
Bye, Panda.
Hi again. I'm back.
Hey.
I know you haven't missed me. So no more chit-chat. Here is the rules for the next game. Pick a drawing to your left. Shiva picks first. Jake second. Fogged third. Once you have picked a painting, I want you to copy it. So step up to the easel and start painting. The panda picks the winner. GLO check.
Where's our paint? Oh, we have actually, okay.
We're using blood.
Well, I will pick
Blood.
a painting. I was first one, I'm an artist. I want to know what kind of paint
Okay.
I will be able to work with.
All right.
And
You pick first.
I will pick the bluest one. I'll pick the Van Gogh. I got the Van Gogh.
You got Starry Night.
I got the Van Gogh. We're all walking out of the shot.
That's okay.
Great.
Thank you, Panda.
Hey, you know what? Today's Bob Ross's birthday. Is that why we're doing this?
Probably.
Thank you. I don't know how to use this.
Okay.
I think I've seen him hold it, but I'm not very good at this.
Thanks, Fog.
Here. Do you have one, Chief?
Oh, thank you.
What is it?
Panda.
One of these?
I got loads of them.
Okay.
All right, so Shiver picks Starry Night. What do you got, Fogged? American Dream?
I'm last.
Oh. I'll go for American Dream. That's the one on the right, Fogged.
I knew that one.
You can get the bridge.
That's something.
The bridge is something I think I can actually do. So we got to use this white.
White.
Right? That's how he says it?
I've got Crimson Blood here. Crimson Blood.
You're better than this at me.
Thank
How fast? How long do we have, Queen?
You guys ever wanted to be a opposite Bob Ross? And just go in here. And
I don't have enough green.
Shit! What?
Table in front of me.
There's more paint on the table.
There's more table on the paint.
No table on the paint.
More table on the
What the hell is
paint.
going on? I gotta mix. I need another brush. I need to mix some colors.
I feel like I'm gonna get paint all
Gotta
over my
add some little
soup.
trees as well. Dude, this is hard.
Jeez. It's gonna take a while before, oh shit, I did the wrong brush. But
Please don't. We're supposed to be calming down. No cursing. All right? Are these abstract? Are
Thank
we on
you.
a timer? I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna go quicker.
Oh, shit.
Now, it's important when
Okay.
painting to know
You're standing in my way, Panda.
that there's...
You're still standing in
When
my
will
way.
the
man.
abuse end, I wonder, Stever?
I don't know this painting by heart.
When you're painting, it's important to remember to keep calm
I got yellow in my blue. It's not good.
and let the painting express itself, you know?
I'm not gonna finish. I'm not gonna finish in time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't know we were timed.
Oh, I mean, we're definitely gonna
I'm
be
not- come
timed.
on.
I'm gonna end up with nothing on my painting.
Yeah.
Mother, give
She's
us,
doing very well already.
Mother, give us a little
Wait,
bit more.
what? Never mind. We're all fine. Slack's trying. I don't know what the hell he's doing over there.
I think we need to know who is getting the points. Is there one person getting point? Are we all getting point?
Panda picks the win.
Yeah, but is the winner getting 1 point or 5 points?
You'll see, Sheeves.
I can't even spread enough green.
Is it bad if something gets on the easel? No, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, well, mine doesn't look like anything just yet, but I'm getting there. All right, well, I'm gonna mix a little bit so I get some.
I'm sure being left-handed helps here. Somewhat.
This is such a...
This is a I'm not going to ruin what the piece is, of course, but it's important to know that paint comes from the soul, and you don't always have to have it look just like it. It can be intense. It can be something that you weren't ever expecting, you know. And let the paint talk for itself a little bit sometimes. That's a. Oh, I can feel it right there. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful.
I keep running out of green paint. This is really problematic.
It's important to make the painting aerodynamically correct. That's what the kids like.
My mom will be so disappointed in me.
Realism.
Oh, God, and everything's falling.
Realism.
I'm panicking.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I don't have enough green. All right,
Back.
I need more green.
We draw the abstractions. The abstractions.
My painting doesn't even look like anything still.
Beautiful right there. Yes, wonderful.
I needed a bigger brush. I think that was my downfall. Don't look at me, Panda.
Look at him, Panda. Look through him. Oh, the music's over. I think that's it.
No, it's not.
Okay, great. Oh, I don't know much about classical music. That's wonderful. There we are. There we are. Just like a Bob Ross painting. Nobody knew what mine was.
I've never seen him panic like I am right now, though.
Well,
Bob Ross?
no one's ever made Bob
Ross didn't
speed painting.
Yeah, didn't paint on the timer. I need small brush.
I don't know why I'm using the smallest brush ever to paint the background, but
I'm sure that this is not what the hole in the middle is used for.
Beautiful.
Damn it.
I'm sure that's not. I think me and Slack are somewhat close to holding it proper, but
Beautiful there. Ah, yes. That's wonderful.
how do I fix this? I know I usually supposed to be like fixed because
The
Bob Ross
light.
does something magical with some strokes, but the strokes are not working.
Little building.
Don't have any green.
Dude, greens are troubled.
Ah, the green. Beautiful. Yes. Oh, no, get that away from me. It's too late. I've moved on artistically. Get away from me, Panda. A new time has come.
Different brush.
That's nice. That is nice.
I should have spent more on the green. I should have spent more time on the green.
Fuck.
Not enough time on the green.
Oh, pardon my
Starting to
friend.
sound like a insane delusional.
Oh God.
The green, I can feel it.
Aren't you? Where's the bridge?
I have to get the background first. Okay, the bridge is gonna come soon. There we go.
I mean, we're gonna run out of time. You don't have a bridge. I feel like you did something wrong.
There's a bridge coming soon. Don't worry.
Is the first person that's done that person got to determine who's how long
Panda
everybody else
determines.
takes?
The panda determines. Everyone calm down and let the art.
Oh, Sheev totally won.
What? Sheeves ain't got jack. I know true art.
I'm sure you do.
The truest.
Can we start the game? Can we do Dota?
Stop complaining, Fox.
I'm not. I'm concerned.
Or you'll lose.
My mom's gonna, if she's watching, I'm so sorry, Mom.
My mom comes from a family of artists.
Okay, well.
Her grandfather is a famous painter in the Netherlands. I have it in my blog.
I think she'll be more proud of you than any of us.
Talk to you later.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
But I'm not done.
Picks.
Now I need to explain mine.
No, what?
Okay.
There's no explaining.
What? Well, mine is an interpretation of the famous American painting, but instead it's axe and vengeful spirit in front of the dire ancient with a nice tower in the back. I call it the Radiant Dream.
But I am a Van Gogh painter, you know?
The Radiant Dream, right there. That's enough.
What?
What?
Well, he picked Fog.
He picked Fog?
Look at Shaver.
This week.
You idiot.
Sign my painting.
You idiot. No wonder you're sad.
Fog, I'm gonna let you sign up. I'm in protest right now. You didn't even fill up your holes, cheat.
It was not enough green paint. This is, I mean, I'll take the point.
I give the hosting job to Fogged. I am in protest. Done.
Okay, well,
I'm out.
I'm signing. There's F-O-G. There we go. Okay, thank you for watching. I am pretty embarrassed in my painting, but I won, so we'll be back.
She's slamming the door.